How to Drive Like a True New Yorker, a less than comprehensive guide. Driving in New York City is akin to an extreme sport. It's fast-paced, unpredictable, and requires a blend of skills and savvy. Whether you're a seasoned driver or new to the Big Apple, mastering these driving strategies will help you navigate NYC with confidence. Let's delve into the 5 essential pillars of New York City driving, with added insights on dealing with local nuances like the NYPD, MTA buses, rush hour, and special events. 1. The art of negotiation. Driving in New York is a dynamic dance of negotiation. Understanding when to assert yourself and when to yield can make all the difference. Key rule to follow. At intersections, the rule is to yield to traffic coming from the left and right and pedestrians in crosswalks or anywhere else. When approaching a busy intersection, it's crucial to negotiate with other drivers and pedestrians while maintaining safety. For example, if you're turning left at a light, but the crossing traffic isn't giving way, assertively edge into the intersection while keeping an eye on oncoming traffic. Your goal is to move forward smoothly without forcing others to slam on their brakes. Examples. Scenario 1. You're at a red light and the left turn signal is about to turn green. Cars in crossing traffic are backed up, creating a bottleneck. Rather than waiting passively, inch forward cautiously to claim your spot, signaling clearly to both the traffic and pedestrians. This maneuver ensures that you don't miss your chance to turn and avoids gridlock. Scenario 2. You're driving down a narrow street and a delivery truck is double parked. Instead of getting frustrated, pull out earlier to find a way around, instead of backing into the truck and jumping out with a reduced range of vision. If necessary, flash your hazard lights to indicate you're navigating through an unusual situation. Tip: always stay alert and communicate with other drivers using your turn signals and horn when appropriate. This way you can smoothly negotiate your way through the city's hectic intersections. 2. The horn is your friend. In NYC, the car horn is as essential as the steering wheel. It's not just a tool for frustration, but an integral part of communication. Honking isn't a monotone action. You can communicate using your horn in a variety of ways. With a gentle blip of the horn, or a double tap of the horn, to get someone to get off their phone and remember they in traffic and should be moving. Or if absolutely necessary, lay down a long honk if you need to break up unbelievable session of what in God's green earth is going on here. Just remember, the horn should be used to alert other drivers of your presence and to signal your intentions, but shouldn't be your default for communicating. The horn is your ally in avoiding collisions and ensuring smooth traffic flow. Use it tactfully to signal your presence in tricky situations. Examples. Scenario 1. You're approaching a green light and the car in front is distracted by their phone. A quick, polite tap on the horn will nudge them to move forward and prevent you from missing the light. Scenario 2. While merging into traffic, you notice a cab that seems to be veering into your lane. A brief blast of the horn will alert the driver and help you avoid a potential collision. Tip: use the horn in a controlled manner. Frequent, aggressive honking can escalate tensions. Instead, employ it strategically to maintain safety and manage traffic flow. 3. Mastering the unofficial lane. New York City's lanes are often more fluid than strictly defined. Being adaptable in lane usage can help you navigate through obstacles effectively. You'll often find yourself sharing the road with cyclists, delivery trucks, and overambitious drivers who have decided that double parking is a fine way to spend their day. Stick to your lane whenever possible, but be prepared to adapt when necessary. In NYC, lanes are guidelines rather than strict boundaries. Learn to navigate around obstacles while ensuring safety for yourself and others. Examples. Scenario 1. You're driving along a busy street and the right lane is occupied by a double-parked car. Instead of stopping, you smoothly maneuver into part of the vacant oncoming lane temporarily to bypass the obstruction. Make sure to keep an eye out for cyclists and pedestrians also. Scenario 2. During a particularly congested rush hour, the lane markings become less defined. In this case, use the lane that allows for the smoothest flow of traffic. Be aware of cars weaving in and out and position yourself to avoid collisions. Tip: always check your mirrors and blind spots, as well as using your view blinkers before making any lane changes. Flexibility in lane usage can help you navigate NYC's ever-changing road conditions without compromising safety. 4. Pedestrian preservation. In New York City, pedestrians have the right of way, and they know it. They'll cross the street anywhere, anytime, and it's your job to anticipate their movements. Yield to pedestrians at crosswalks, and be prepared for unexpected crossings. Pedestrians, being tourists or locals, can come into the road for a myriad of reasons. It's always your responsibility to practicing pedestrian preservation. Examples. Scenario 1. Imagine you're driving down a street with a green light, and suddenly, a group of tourists decides this is the perfect spot for an impromptu photo op. They're standing in the crosswalk, oblivious to your presence. In this situation, you must either come to a gentle halt or risk becoming the subject of their next selfie. Scenario 2. In a residential area, you notice children playing near the street. Slow down significantly and be ready to stop if they dart into the road. Maintaining a cautious approach ensures you're prepared for any sudden movements. Tip: always be ready to stop for pedestrians, even if they're jaywalking or taking a scenic detour through the crosswalk. It's not just about obeying the law, it's about keeping the peace and avoiding unnecessary drama. 5. The zen of street parking. Finding a parking spot in New York City is a skill akin to finding a needle in a haystack, if the haystack were made of overcomplicated parking signs, driveways, and fire hydrants. Street parking is an art form and requires patience, strategy, and a touch of luck. Above all, follow parking regulations and be aware of alternate side parking rules. Flexible adaptation. NYC's parking rules can be complex and vary by neighborhood. Use your powers of observation and interpretations to maximize your chances of finding a spot and fitting into it efficiently. Examples. Scenario 1. After circling several blocks, you find a tight parking space, but there is double-parked car in front of the spot. With precision and patience, you execute a parallel park, taking advantage of every inch of space that's available. This demonstrates your parking prowess and ability to adapt to limited options. Scenario 2. During a street fair or special event, parking spots are even more scarce. If you find a spot, ensure that you're within the regulations, such as not blocking driveways or fire hydrants. Park carefully to avoid fines and maintain safety. Tip: use parking apps and know how to count off 15 feet by foot when finding the best parking spots. Always double-check for street cleaning schedules and other local regulations to avoid tickets. You know what they say? If you can drive here, you can drive anywhere. This is a good beginner guide. Here are a few extra additional considerations. By mastering these 5 pillars and understanding the nuances of driving in NYC, you'll be well equipped to navigate the city with both skill and confidence. Remember, New York City's driving culture is a blend of assertiveness and adaptability. Embrace it with a positive attitude and you'll find yourself thriving in the urban maze. If you enjoyed these tips, comments, drive like a New Yorker for more. Congratulations, you're now a certified NYC driver, well, at least in spirit. As we bring our guide to a close, but before we do, let's dive into some bonus tips that will elevate your driving game and keep you rolling smoothly through the city's unique challenges. These additional insights are laced with insight, practicality, and a touch of New York flair. Getting along with the NYPD. The NYPD is as much a part of the NYC driving experience as the yellow cabs and assertive MTA buses. Learning how to interact with them can make your life a whole lot easier. Treat every interaction like you're auditioning for the role of most polite driver in NYC. A dash of respect goes a long way. Not going to say ticket quotas are real, but if they are best not to turn a quota fulfillment into a bigger problem. MTA buses, friend or foe? MTA buses are like the city's massive, elegant sperm whale flowing through tight traffic. Sometimes they're harmless and even helpful. Sometimes they're bullies. Understanding their role can help you avoid unnecessary conflicts. Think of MTA buses as a whale guiding a school of fish. It's done it a million times before and knows the flow of traffic better than you. Be nice and don't get offended if one cuts you off. Tip: always check for bus lane signs. If you choose to park in a bus lane, know that some bus have cameras on them which can result in you getting a parking ticket. 3. Rush hour madness. NYC rush hour is like the city's daily, no hourly traffic jam extravaganza. During rush hour, traffic can come to a standstill. Instead of getting frustrated, use this time to plan your route carefully and be extra vigilant about surrounding drivers who may be less predictable. Navigating this chaos requires strategy and patience. There isn't always a faster way unless you're a motorcycle. Sometimes we just all need to creep slowly, stopping and going till the situation resolves, which thankfully it always does. Let's say you're stuck in a sea of honking horns and stop-and-go traffic. Instead of losing your cool, use the time to catch up on your favorite podcast. Consider it a temporary office on wheels, minus the Wi-Fi. Holiday driving, the silver lining. During the holiday season, streets may be less crowded, and finding parking can be easier. Enjoy the festive decorations and slower pace while taking advantage of the less congested roads. The best holidays are often the more local ones, such as Sabbath and Labor Day. During holidays, you'll find street cleaning will be suspended and traffic might be calmer. Special events, marathons, parades, and street fairs. NYC's special events are like surprise guests at a party, exciting but potentially disruptive. Knowing how to navigate around them can make your journey smoother. During the NYC Marathon, street closures and detours can make navigation challenging. Plan your route in advance and allow extra time. On the other hand, street fairs offer a lively atmosphere and may provide opportunities for parking and local exploration. Tip: check local event schedules and traffic advisories before heading out. Adapting your plans based on these events can help you avoid delays and make the most of the city's vibrant culture. And there you have it, extra tips to round out your New York driving experience. With these bonus insights, you're now equipped to handle everything from NYPD interactions to holiday cheer. Remember, driving in NYC is an adventure, and with a little patience and lighthearted humor, you'll be able to navigate the city like a true New Yorker. Safe travels, and don't forget to like a follow for more tips and treats.